Is Roblox Arsenal dying, or is it already dead? Today I will be answering those questions in this video right now. So for starters, we all know that Arsenal was made in 2015 and has had very significant updates over time. This game almost has 5 billion visits, but is currently at 4.6 million visits at the time of this video's making. I do not believe that Arsenal has been growing at all in the past year. I feel like it's slowly been drying out in players. Considering this used to be one of the top games on the platform, I'm not saying that it's not still one of the top games, but it's definitely not one of the top games. Let's say, for example, Adopt Me. Adopt Me used to be the top tier, literally the top, like nothing else, the top game on Roblox. There was nothing else that could match it. Sometimes it would crash, it'd get hacked. Similar to Meep City, but now it's Brookhaven, a roleplay game with no real base. It's just more of a roleplay game and not really something that most people enjoy, except for younger people, let's say from the ages to 9 to 14. Most of the time it's morally younger children that are under the age of 10, but that's morally the amount of players that, games like that have. When Arsenal came out, there were many updates that would make the game feel more, I guess you could say, completed or updated, and I agree with this. Overall, Arsenal had some very nice updates in the past few years, and, well, not really few years, more like, let's say 3 or 4 years back. I can't remember whenever this came out, but there was some time whenever they had an event that was related to animatronics and a FNAF event. Just generally, you could unlock characters in a game mode, and it was very fun. There was also April Fool's updates that were funny. They'd add things to the game, they'd add things to the shop. For like, one time they did a monkey, the banana monkey skin. They put it in the shop for like 1 billion battle bucks. It was very funny, and they also listed the link with no brim for 50,000 in there, in which I bought. It's the only reason I have it. But after that, whenever updates started getting more and more or less frequent, they started to tip off. With the release of Roblox Bed Wars in 2021, Arsenal took a really far dip way down in the dumps. Roblox Bed Wars started to become super popular. YouTubers like, let's say, Tanker, Bandites started to, let's say, quit the game. I don't think Bandites did, but definitely Tanker. He mainly does Bed Wars content now, and a lot of people look at him for that, and not many people recognize him for his old Arsenal content that he used to make. But with the creation of Bed Wars and it starting to get super popular, Arsenal took a really hard hit from that, and it just wasn't as popular anymore as it used to be. With Arsenal slowly dumping down into the dumps, starting to lower down to about 20k, 30k players on average, Roblox Arsenal just won the same, and it didn't have as many players as it used to anymore. This means that Roblox Arsenal is currently dying, but I wouldn't say that it's dead. I'd say morally that it's dying, due to the fact that other games are coming up, and usually this just happens to games that are starting to get older. Since this game is almost 8 years old, doesn't really feel like that, but sure is. But yeah, it's 8 years old now, and it just generally has seemed to be going down recently. And like I said, that's usual for games that are starting to get older, so I wouldn't worry about it too much. Arsenal's had its time, and that's going to be today's video. I'll see you all later. Goodbye.